Hi, my name is Lindsay Pogue. I'm a 7th grade math teacher in Greenville County, South Carolina. I want you to think to yourself for a second if you have ever attended a professional development where you were either bored to death, it had nothing to do with what you teach, or you thought it felt like a complete waste of time. Well, what if your school and administrators actually considered how you felt about PD before they decided what PD they wanted you to go to? So the research question for my study is what factors affect teacher attitudes toward professional development initiatives? And the purpose of my study is to determine these factors so that professional development can be improved. In the literature review revealed the problem that many teachers today view PD as more of a compliance than an actual learning activity, and one over which they have limited, if any, choice. Most teachers really want to participate in PD to better themselves, but they say that a lot of the options they have are either irrelevant, ineffective, and sometimes even belittling to them as professionals. I also found in the research that the PDs that include the following characteristics are most effective in ensuring buy-in from teachers, including collaboration, having a supportive, safe learning environment, having relevant classroom-based strategies, and learning that can endure through long periods of time. So for my research, the setting is a middle school in Greenville County that has grades from 6th to 8th. I interviewed 6 teachers that have contents including math, English, science, social studies, special ed, and related arts. Each person participated in an 8-question open-ended interview, and the questions were mainly about their personal experiences with PD, what characteristics they thought made up an effective PD, and their preferences about PD at our specific school. The results were coded into different categories based on the similarities and differences I found in the answers. So the results that I found were 6 common themes that affect how the teachers feel about PD. Those themes are convenience, relevance to the teacher's content, having a safe, supportive learning environment, having long-term learning opportunities, being able to collaborate, and the teachers being able to choose the topics. And some data that came from my results were that 3 teachers mentioned the importance of convenience. Every teacher talked about the importance of relevance to their teaching and their content. Several teachers wanted a safe environment where they are treated with respect like adults. Several teachers mentioned the importance of continued learning after the PD, not just a one-time sit and get. 4 of the teachers brought up being able to converse and collaborate during the PD, and all but 1 teacher preferred being able to choose 3 PDs a month than just having to go to one that's mandated by an administrator. So the results show that all the teachers are more willing to participate in PD when it's relevant to them. They prefer small group where they can ask questions and focus on their content. These results are significant because when PD lacks these things, the teachers are going to feel more negative towards the initiative and they're not as likely to learn anything. My results connect to the research from the literature review very consistently. The only result that was not consistent was that my teachers also liked convenience. And these connections show that teachers not only at my school but otherwise feel the same way about PD. So my implications are that teachers' attitudes about PD should be the most important thing considered when deciding what PD is going to look like at schools. Questions that should be considered when designing PDs include, is the PD relevant? Are the teachers able to choose what they're learning about? Do they have an opportunity to collaborate? Is the PD convenient? Is the learning environment safe? And are there future opportunities for learning and growth? And the limitations of my research would be the small sample size. I only interviewed 6 teachers. The way my school does PD changed from last year to this year, and I think that affected some of the interview answers a little bit. If I could do it again, I would definitely interview more teachers and include a survey as well as interviews. And the recommendations I have for this study would be to make sure to include teachers from several schools, if this is a district-wide study, to include a variety of teachers in the interviews and surveys, and to consider the current state of professional development at the school and how that will affect the results of the study.